Alright guys, so my goal is to make the videos a little shorter, a little more concise, so I'm gonna do the best I can. Gonna dive straight into it. This is not financial advice of any sort, just sharing my trading strategy, my trading thoughts, just sharing my Bitcoin analysis, what I'm seeing. Alright, so we we got that green candle, that relief rally. If you didn't see the previous videos, go check them out, catch yourself up. But we talked about, when we were down here that we should see a relief rally back to this 21-week moving average, and we just saw it over the last like 2 days. Now, this could be very bullish because the last time we saw this yellow highlighted region, last time we dipped below the 21-week on a in a bull market, we recovered very quickly. We pushed along this 21-week, then recovered, and we began the ascent to new highs, to the top of the channel, really. So are we seeing the same thing here where we're gonna kind of just hover below it? I think that's possible, but we're still kind of bearish because we don't know if this 21 weeks gonna get rejected, and maybe this red zone between here and the bottom black channel, what if this is a consolidation zone, just like it was right here, right? So that's possible. That's something we do want to entertain. I think that's quite reasonable to expect, given that, when this happened, we were above this red line. There wasn't this purple, support, and now it's going to be resistance, so there's quite a few barriers of resistance, and it does seem like we can start pushing towards and testing this red line, but until we break this red line, I don't think, if we're to break it around 20,000, then yeah, we could say that this bull market's going to come a lot faster than we expected. I think a lot of people think around the latter half of 2021, maybe 2022, 2023, we could see this really mature. So I think if we can hover above this 21, like right around this 21, and reclaim it, you definitely gotta think that you're bullish again. But if we get a breakdown here, I think it's quite possible that it would become more clear that maybe this is a accumulation zone. Just like this was, it's an exponential curve, so the accumulation zone is growing at an exponential rate as the time goes by. So it's gonna consolidate right here. Is it possible we do the same thing? That sounds very reasonable to me. I'm gonna kind of assume that until we reclaim this 21 week. That Sunday close is gonna be very important. We close over it, then I would say, I'd want to be fully scaled in, So, what I talked about in the last video was I was adding around 83, and then I was actually able to add when we broke down to 75. Didn't think that we would jump to 10,000 in 2 days, so I was gonna wait until the weekly close, but it looks like the weekly close is gonna get very, very interesting now. So I think we want to tether back up in our position. We made a nice little gain. This is a good relief rally. If this is really continuation of the bull market, we'll know with the confirmation over that 21-week moving average. So I feel very comfortable scaling back in whatever the price may be after that weekly close when we see the candle over. But if we hover under, then I think there's going to be another opportunity to buy again lower. So we can miss out on a couple hundred, maybe 5% or 10% of a Bitcoin continuation move, but I think if you're patient, you'll be fine because losing 3-4% compared to risking having made all this and then giving it back up on a big sell-off. What if this is not a real rally? Because right now we're below this 21 week. At one point we're at 10,300, and I was kind of astonished, but I felt pretty comfortable getting into that tethered position. So that's kind of what we're expecting. I think it really comes down to that 21 week, whether we break below it or we're above it or below it. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. My next video, I'm actually gonna do a little price prediction. So for when Bitcoin passes its all-time highs at about 20,000. So we're gonna look at like some future points of resistance. So that's gonna be a very interesting video. That's the first time I'm showing it. So you guys definitely check that out when it comes out. I'll do that soon. But other than that, you guys gotta go. You guys have a good one. Watch these markets. Things are gonna get very interesting now. Are we gonna reject it at the 21 and this resistance, or are we gonna reclaim it and continue this bull market? We'll see you guys. So see you guys later.